right, so we're looking at a multiple PGA Tour winner, and we're going to see if his club head traces a circle. And it's a common idea that's out there, and we're just going to take a look at it and see what happens, because this kind of stuff is really easy to measure nowadays. So we're going to put a perfect circle around his body, and we're using this red line inside the circle is anchored at the three-dimensional center of his torso. So from down the line, face on, any angle we look at, it's anchored right there. The center of this circle is anchored right in the middle of his torso three-dimensionally, and then it extends all the way down to the sweet spot of the club. So that's defining the radius of our circle. And this thin white line on the outside edge of the circle, that's the sweet spot. So if this club traces a circle, that club's sweet spot will stay right on this thin white line. So let's just get started and just see what happens. So we're going to take him back, and we can see basically right when he gets to his rear foot, the club is off the circle. Let's keep him going. So we can see now he's well off the circle. And what you're going to see now too, peeking out from behind that red line, that radius line, is this thin yellow line, and that's representing his center of torso dynamically as he moves throughout the swing. So you're going to see how much that center of torso moves relative to where we started this circle. So now we're back inside the circle, getting nowhere near the top of the circle, coming down well inside the circle, still not on the circle, still not on it. Right there, we're on it as he's touching the ball, and then we're back off of it. So essentially, if we put a fixed circle around this golfer, he's only touching that circle maybe the first 6-8 inches of the takeaway, and then he's back on it, touching it right at impact, and then he's back off of it again. Now let's do something a little bit different. So now let's attach the radius of this circle to his moving center of his torso. So this circle is going to move dynamically based on the center of his torso, and see if anything changes now. So it actually stays on the circle a little longer, maybe to the outside of his foot right now. And we can see right off the bat that this circle is dropping, which we see not only golfers, but athletes do. They tend to lower their center of gravity when they start moving dynamically. And the only time really that doesn't happen is if the golfer starts from a really low, unusually low spot, and then raises up to more of a normal center of gravity. But so we're off the circle again, we're moving, the circle's moving, the club head's moving, staying off the circle. Now we're really down into the ground with the bottom of this circle. It is well below the surface of the ground. Club head's still not on the circle. It's getting close, not quite on it. And then boom. So we can see now, right at impact in these couple frames here, how the center of the circle has actually lowered a good inch. So we're now the bottom of that arc. If this club head stayed on that circle, if it traced the circle, this golfer would hit the ball extremely fat. And we know great golfers don't hit it fat usually. So we can see the difference. So the club does not actually trace the center of the circle, or does not actually trace a circle, because that center of the circle is constantly moving and the club just does not move on a circle. Now, to further illustrate that, let's take a look at, and this is a face-on view obviously, let's take a look at a little bit different view. So we're going to look down on the golfer. We're going to look 90 degrees down onto the club shaft. So we're going to see a little bit different angle. It's the same golfer. It's the same golf swing. Now we're going to look at the individual shaft frames. These are called raw frames inside the gear system. And we're going to scroll him around and just see how non-circular the actual club head is. So it moves back, and we're going to start rolling him around, and you're going to see, we'll roll him to all kinds of different angles, and you're going to see we'll never find a circle. This is a pretty telling view here. And you can see just how three-dimensional, in, out, up, down, around, all those things that the club head actually moves in good golf swings. And this is a pretty cool shot too. So looking down up from the ball up through the plane, you can see just how much this club head moves in and out, up and down as it swings around. So we're all for using whatever's available to you to play your best golf. If thinking of the golf swing, the club head moving in a square helps you play your best golf, have at it. But as far as what actually happens, or what actually should happen, the golf club absolutely does not trace a circle, nor should it.